Welcome to Rupee Ready. There is a government-backed investment in India that no court can legally seize, that is completely tax-free, and that many young professionals ignore because they assume it's a relic of their parents' generation. It's the Public Provident Fund, or PPF. Launched in 1968, it allows you to deposit between 500 and 1.5 lakh rupees annually at any major bank or post office. The government currently pays 7.1% interest, compounded annually. This is usually where the dismissal happens, because 7.1% is objectively lower than the average returns of an equity mutual fund. However, evaluating PPF solely on yield overlooks the structural distinction between market-linked growth and government-guaranteed capital preservation. PPF carries EEE tax status. This means your contribution is tax-deductible, the interest you earn is tax-exempt, and the final amount you withdraw is entirely tax-free. This combination of a sovereign guarantee, full tax exemption, and absolute legal protection is a triad no other financial instrument in India provides. View the PPF not as a high-growth asset, but as an impenetrable vault for your baseline capital. It is designed to ensure that a portion of your wealth remains secure regardless of market volatility. The most significant feature of the PPF Act is its immunity from court attachment. This means your balance cannot be seized by any court order to satisfy a debt. If you face bankruptcy, a loss lawsuit, or a personal loan default, your PPF remains legally outside the reach of your creditors. Secure assets are surprisingly vulnerable. Under a court order, fixed deposits can be frozen instantly. This extends to mutual funds and demat accounts, all attachable property. PPF is the exception. No authority, not even the Income Tax Department, can legally seize this money for dues recovery. Section 9 of the PPF Act codifies this protection explicitly. It is a statutory safeguard that makes the capital your unconditional property. For a young professional building a career in an uncertain economy, this legal shield acts as a critical financial floor. It ensures that no matter what happens to your business, your investments, or your external liabilities, this specific pool of wealth stays with you. By utilizing PPF, you are prioritizing absolute legal immunity over market-linked returns for your core savings, guaranteeing your financial survival during your worst-case scenarios. Even with the focus on security, the math of consistent compounding is significant. It starts with a minimum entry point of just 500 rupees a year. Consider a modest scenario. You deposit 500 rupees every month, which amounts to 6,000 rupees a year. Over 15 years at 7.1%, that monthly 500 rupee habit grows to 1.62 lakh rupees. You contributed 90,000 in principal. The government added 72,000 in interest. At maturity, you receive the full amount with zero market risk and zero tax liability. To put that 500 rupee monthly contribution in perspective, it is the cost of a single food delivery order. Most people spend this amount on a whim. Redirecting that one-time expense, starting at age 22, creates a six-figure capital base by age 37 that was built entirely in the background. These micro-contributions, shielded from taxes and market crashes, engineer a guaranteed financial baseline that requires no active management to maintain. The 15-year lock-in period is the most common reason young investors avoid this scheme. They view the lack of liquidity as a significant drawback. However, that lock-in functions as a structural defense mechanism. It protects your wealth from your own short-term financial impulses. High liquidity is often a liability. With mutual funds, people redeem units and the market dips and anxiety rises. Fixed deposits are broken for non-emergencies simply because they are accessible. PPF's structural illiquidity is a commitment device, ensuring your capital remains untouched and compounding. Once you hit the 15-year mark, you can extend the account in 5-year blocks indefinitely, accumulating tax-free interest for as long as you choose. The mandatory holding period ensures your money stays invested, allowing the math of compounding to work without the interference of emotional decision-making. To maximize this investment, there are 4 execution rules you need to follow. Rule 1. Deposit before the 5th of the month. PPF interest is calculated on the lowest balance between the 5th and the month end. If you deposit on the 6th, you lose an entire month of interest. Rule 2. Deposit in April. By putting your money in at the very start of the financial year, you maximize the time your capital spends compounding. Rule 3. Use the strategic liquidity options. You can take a loan against your balance between years 3 and 6, and partial withdrawals are allowed after the 7th year. Rule 4. Manage it digitally. You can open and fund a PPF account through most major banking apps in under 10 minutes. A PPF account will never be the most exciting asset in your portfolio. It won't generate triple-digit returns during a bull market. Its value is the quiet, legally immune accumulation of wealth, backed by a government that has never defaulted in 65 years. Don't let the simplicity of the savings fund label stop you.